Hello, YouTube. This is part two of the Miss Don One Trucking Show. How are you guys doing today? So, I just did the recap, and this is the part two of CR England Trucking School and my experience. So, I think I left off when I was telling you guys how I failed the test twice and I both test twice, but I wind up, passing them and getting my CDL license. So I'm gonna start there. So after I got my passed my test or whatever, I went home for like a 72-hour reset, and then I was scheduled that following Monday to come back for orientation. Orientation lasted anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, and we was in the classroom and we watched a video which was live from the main office in Salt Lake, Utah. So they kind of chimed in the classroom and they had the TV cameras and everything up, and we was on video. And so we did the orientation, and after the orientation I got put with the placement coordinator, in which once I got my placement coordinator, she connected me with the trainer, gave me my gas fuel card and my ComData card, and that's what they use to pay their employers. So the training hours with CR England is you're supposed to get anywhere from 150 to 180 hours. That's about 2.5 to 3 weeks on the road, over the road training. So I was able to get that done and get assigned with the trainer. Um, So I did that and got my ComData card. I was paid for orientation, and I did get a bonus. I'm not going to disclose any information about pay, but I will discuss it. I also will discuss my experience of how I feel about CR England, about the training. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm 2 minutes in this video, so I'm just going to have to kind of go with the flow. So, as I stated before, my other two videos, CR England is an excellent school. I don't have or didn't have any problems with the instructors at that school. I didn't have any problems whatsoever with anyone, not even any of the students. Everyone got along. The people that I was with, we all got along. We had, a good school relationship. I did have somewhat of a problem once I got on the road um, with my trainer. It was nothing that he did that was wrong. It was just, people got their own way, I guess. Everybody is different. You may not do things the way I do things, and he may not do things the way I do things, and it's just a level of respect that you should have for somebody. He didn't do anything wrong as far as, some people would think maybe sexual harassment or just being mean or being inappropriate. We got along fine until at the end, and then that's where the problem came in. So going back, just to recap, I got with the trainer. Actually, my son and I both, I think I spoke on this in the first video. He and I went to trucking school together. He was like a week ahead of me. So we actually went on a truck with the trainer and trained together. So my experience with that at the beginning was great. Um, Everything went well. The training went well at the beginning, and I learned a lot about the truck, and I drove a lot. We only could drive 10 to 11 hours a day, and my son and I, we kind of like rotated it. At the very beginning, I would drive 10 hours during the day. My son would drive 10 hours at the night, and then the trainer would close the gap, because at the beginning he wouldn't our first week he wouldn't allow us to drive from 1 to 4. And I think that was pretty much CR England policy when the trainer first get on the truck. They cannot drive between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So the truck ran 24 hours a day. It ran continuously because I did 10, my son did 10, and the trainer did 4. So 24 hours a day it ran. Yeah. So I'm 5 minutes into this video. I don't want to try to go over 10. So let me just go ahead and get to the nitty gritty. So went on the road with the trainer, my son and I. Everything went well. We drove about 10 hours. Right at the beginning of the second week, I got sick. And I know this is going to be TMI, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I wind up contracting a urinary tract infection because I was on the road. We was in the middle of nowhere and I couldn't get to a bathroom. So I wind up holding my urine for over an hour. And when I finally went to the bathroom to release, I started having issues. So I politely had my trainer to call his DM and let them know that I need to get off the truck. Now, here's the bad experience that I had. No one seemed to have cared that I was ill on that truck, not even the trainer. He tried to feel or say that he sympathized with me, that I was being sick, by him sending a Qualcomm, a call, whatever you call that thing, Qualcomm, to his DM. Well, I got this lady, she on the truck and she's sick. We having to stop taking her to the bathroom every 30 minutes, every 15 to 30 minutes to an hour, and my load gonna be late. First of all, you have a urinary tract infection. It feels like you have to go to the bathroom, and sometimes you do have to go to the bathroom quite frequently. That's a part of it. So him sending that message, it was like an insult and a slap in the face, because I felt like him nor the DM took it serious that I was on the truck literally sick. And that really kind of gave me a sour eye, with a bitter taste in my mouth with CR England, because you way across country and you get sick and they really act like they don't care about that, period. They just really close the door in my face. So I'm gonna wrap this up a little quicker. So what happened was, we was coming out of California, and he had he had we was coming out of California, and we was making a load drop off from California to Arcola, Florida, which he could have we was coming I-10 east into Florida at the bottom half of the state. I live in Georgia. He could have dropped me off in Georgia and went on to Florida, because between going I-10 and 20 was only a 1 hour difference, and he wasn't going to be late with that load. He chose to keep going, and the longer I stayed on that truck, the sicker I got. I began to get a fever. I was having excruciating pain, and my bladder had got so bad, TMI, I was almost about to use the bathroom on myself in several occasions. I know this is kind of embarrassing, but it has to be said, because I feel like out of all the good experiences I had with CR England, this was by far the worst experience. And it kind of wiped all the rest of the good experience off that I had at the school overall. And I hope I don't get dinged for this, but I got to keep it real. I'm making a YouTube video. Y'all have questions. You need answers, and I'm just being truthful about it. So I tell him, I say, look, I can't ride this route anymore. I need to get off this truck. He was in agreement with me getting off the truck. So he was like, okay, wherever you want to go, I'll let you out, but it's going to have to be on my route to Florida. So I'm trying to think between California and Florida where I have relatives so this man can let me out the truck. Mind you, my son in the truck with me. So I started Texas, I started Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, whatever. So I'm trying to rent me a car. I'm trying to do whatever I can to get out that truck because apparently the DM don't care. He don't care. So by now I gotta try to get off in here by any means necessary because they not trying to help me get off this truck. Nobody cared. And he didn't even really try to know the severity of my pain and my illness. So finally, long story short, I finally contact one of my relatives who live in Louisiana. I get off the truck. When we get to Louisiana, this man pull up in his atlas a truck stop in Louisiana, which was fraudulent. It ain't even a truck stop. It was somebody's house down a dead end road. So I'm on the phone talking to my relative and I'm telling them where I'm at and they like, look, get out of there. That don't look right. It don't sound right. Leave. So he down there running over curves, low trees, running all up at people's yards. So by now he frustrated because he lost. So my auntie stayed like maybe 20 or 30 minutes while I told him to go to the first original truck stop where he had to go anyway. He take me 50 miles to a whole total direction where I don't have no clue where I am. And I got a big suitcase, a little duffel bag, and my purse. And it's 2 hours from being dark in New Orleans, Louisiana. My auntie don't know where I am at this point, and I don't know where I am. She been staying there all her life, and I haven't been in Louisiana since I was a kid. So, and I'm in excruciating pain. So this man tell me, okay, here he is, you can go. So I politely tell my son, oh, come on. You want to stay with me? I'm not finna stay at this truck stop by myself. And it was like a deserted area. Wasn't nobody there. It was like in the hood. It was horrible. So I asked my son to come down. And he gonna look at me and tell me, you a selfish woman. You a selfish person. I'm like, how am I selfish? Because I asked my son to stay with me. If you had a daughter or a niece or a cousin or whatever, your mama or sister, you wouldn't leave them in the middle of nowhere. Why you ask me to stay in the middle of nowhere? First of all, CR England, no, I'm on this truck sick. They ain't offered you to take me nowhere. They ain't try to help me do nothing to get home and to get off this truck. And I'm sick. But you're going to drop me off in the middle of nowhere and tell me that I'm a selfish woman because I asked my son to stay with me? Yeah. Bad bitter taste in my mouth behind that with CR England. So I'm 13 minutes in this video, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. So I wind up getting out the truck and I did wind up having a UTI, a bladder infection, which affected my kidneys, got in my bloodstream, my lymph nodes and everything is swollen. And as you can see, I'm on a narcotic, pain medication, and an antibiotic for that. So, with that being said, I've been off the truck now right at about, I want to say 7 days, I believe, today. CR England has not contacted me not one time since I've been off that truck. Not one time. They ain't called me to say, hey, dog, you dead, you living, you alive. I take that back. I believe I had a missed call from them today. I don't want to lie on nobody, so I'm checking my phone to make sure. I think I seen a call from Salt Lake City on my phone. Let me check and I'm gonna see what they say. But I've been out sick. Ain't nobody call me and said, "Hey, we was yeah, I did at 3:55 p.m. That was the first call I got since I got off that truck." And as a matter of fact, when I went to New Orleans, I had to fly back to Georgia and pay for it out of my own pocket. Okay, so I'm finna stop this video because I got to hurry up and get out of here, get off of here, and do a part 3. So I want to say I got out the truck on the 28th. The 28th, 29th, or 30th, somewhere up in there. Let me see. The 29th, 28th, 29th, somewhere up in there, I got out that truck. And here it is, the 3rd of the month, and I haven't heard anything. So I'm going to end this video, you guys. Remember to subscribe, like, and get ready for part. What is this? This is 2. Get ready for part 3. See you later.